Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Taurus. So that's what your answer is going to be about. Each and every one of you has a different situation. I'm aware of that, but these will be timeless videos. There are no timestamps on them. They are not about timelines. They are about timing. So when you feel the need or the desire to come in and watch this video, that's when you're meant to see it, and that's when you'll get the answer to the question you have. Okay? Now, the decks I used are the Dream Tarot deck, Angel Oracle, Vice Versa, Energy Oracle, Messenger Oracle, and this one I love because this is called Talking to Heaven. And this particular card, this position, is called To You with Love from loved ones on the other side. It's a message from the loved ones you have on the other side that are here. Okay, so across the top, I have taken my Dream Tarot deck and I've used it to pull out the court cards. And that represents your loved ones on the other side, okay, your guides. And I also took out a second card from the same deck, and it's a descriptive card. So it'll further help to describe who's here, so you know if your specific loved one is here. Now they all can be here anyways because they would be one of the zodiac signs of these up here. But some of them come through specifically, and I'll be describing that person to you so you know. This row here, this purple card, this is your answer from your loved ones. This card on top of it, the vice versa card, is your situation. Now, if you hear your situation here, say here, these are your messages, okay? But it doesn't mean there aren't other messages across here for you. And sometimes I'm made aware that, you know, this specific message is meant for you guys too, or you guys, or whatever. I will let you know that. But you might hear something down here that does definitely resonate with you as well. And that's a message for you, okay? If it resonates, it's for you. But it doesn't have to match these. But these are definitely this situation, okay? It just might be extras for you. So this card here, the Energy Oracle, that's all about what you're unaware of within your situation, okay? Now this one here, the Messenger Oracle, that is your loved one's advice to you in this situation. And like I said, this is called To You with Love. This is a message from your loved ones on the other side. Okay, so let's start. I also would like to answer your questions that you want answered by your loved ones. If you have a specific question that you want your loved ones on the other side to answer for you, put it in the comments for me, please, and be sure only ask one question because I can only handle so many. And put your sun sign next to it. Like, tell me what your sun sign is next to it so that when I do Taurus again, if I choose your question, it'll be in the Taurus reading. I'm going to have a different question for every zodiac sign. And because this is still general, check your moon and rising if it doesn't resonate with you, okay? So the first position for loved one on the other side is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands, this would be someone that's no more than starting at, say, 20-ish and going up to 30-ish, give or take. Now, this also plays off maturity levels. So if you've got, you know, a 35-year-old that's a little on the immature side, they could be a knight, okay? The descriptive card with that is the Three of Cups. Now, let me see if I get someone specific. Sometimes they'll show me a face and I can describe the person to you. Okay, I'm seeing definitely someone of age in the night category. They would be likely, I'm going to say, right around the mid-30s, give or take a few years, okay? Um, they have, I don't know what they're called. They're wearing glasses. Now, they're fairly thick. So this person wore glasses all the time, and they're fairly thick. They're not pop bottle bottom glasses. They're not quite that thick, but they are fairly thick. But the shape of them is, you know, the sunglasses that cops always wore, or still do, I don't know, and pilots, they have that droopiness to them. That's the glasses. Now it's wire rimmed. They appear to be silver wire rimmed, but you know, they could be gold. They're looking silver to me. Um, dark brown hair, parted on the sides, swoops across the forehead. This person was very happy-go-lucky. I'm seeing them, they're being shown to me with a big smile on their face, and they actually are belly laughing. This person had a lot of fun in life. They were full of joy. They loved, with the Three of Cups, they loved to celebrate. They loved celebrations. They went to everything. Um, Now, when I see the people, the actual people, I'm not sure if I'm seeing them at the age that they passed away at, or the age they're at now they're on the other side, because they regress by 35 to 45 years when they pass over. So this could be somebody that's 70 to 80 years of age when they passed away, or it could be someone that just passed away not too long ago that was 35-ish, okay? Um, go more off my description though. Definitely loved life. This person was full of life. They loved life. They didn't have a problem in the world. They always had a smile on their face. They were always belly laughing at everything. They just loved life and everything about it. Now for the rest of you, Knight of Wands would be someone that, and this is the same for the specific, this would be someone that was a fire sign. So it would be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And with the cups here, again, these are going to be people that either in life had reason to celebrate or just loved going to parties. They just loved being around other people, celebrating. I am hearing that, now this is not necessarily the addiction card, but I'm hearing that someone, and this, you know, might be a few, that this person drank a little too much. Maybe not to the point of being a total full-blown alcoholic, but they loved their alcohol, whoever that is. Now your next grouping of loved ones on the other side is the Queen of Cups. And the descriptive card, ooh, is the Emperor. Wow. Okay, so I'm not, okay, I am getting a picture, a mental picture. This is a woman. Now this could be a man too. It could be a queen or a king because it is a general reading. But my specific person right now is a female. She's someone of power, was someone of power because obviously she's passed over. Um, she was very high up in the chain in a corporation. She always wore her hair up. She was very feminine, very soft, very not dramatic in the way she dressed or in the way she wore her makeup, her jewelry, anything. She was very dressed classy and very femininely, but not glitzy by any means. She um, she did pay attention to detail, to the nth degree, you know what I mean? She, everything, like her hair was in place. It was all always in place. Her shirt was always tucked in properly. She always made sure that the details, you know, the devil is in the details. And this is, you know, maybe something she used to say, because that's what just popped into my head. The devil is in the details. Um, I don't think she drove herself crazy over the details, but it was important to her to, you know, even the smallest of detail to be right for her. Um, Very attractive, like I said, minimal makeup, but she was very high up in a corporation. Now, I don't know if this was her own business or a company she worked for, but she would have been, you know, vice president, president, CEO, something like that. She would have been high up. Now, for the rest of you, this could be, like I said, a king or a queen of cups, and that would be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Queens and kings are usually anywhere from about 40-ish up, 40 to 50 and up, okay? Because a knight can sometimes move into the 40-ish, depending on their maturity level. But the emperor being with her, this is what tells me that some of these loved ones on the other side were very confident, very um, definitely stood in their own power. They were their true, authentic self. They knew who they were and they put that across. They were very, some of them I'm hearing were very stiff in life. They like to have fun too, but when it was time to be serious, it was time to be serious. They gave their everything. They gave, they loved, um, they gave their all in everything they did in life. Okay, next grouping of loved ones on the other side, Knight of Swords. The descriptive card is Nine of Cups. Now I'm not seeing anyone specifically. So again, Knights are 20-ish to 30-ish, maybe 35-ish, okay? Swords are air signs, so Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. They were, what I'm hearing is for some of them, they were cautious, overly cautious, and would take a fair bit of time to make a decision, but when they made that decision, that was it. That was their decision, done. There was no going back. Others, I'm seeing, they're showing me people moving this way, then moving this way, then moving this way, then moving this way, and it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's just they were really fast. They were really fast in their movements, in their decision making, in their I'm hearing they would swoop in and swoop back out. Um, for some of you, this would be someone that was constantly in and out of your life. You never knew. You just never knew when they were going to be in. And they didn't have, I'm seeing an anchor, but it's, they weren't grounded. They weren't, that's not the right word. Some of them weren't, I guess the best way to describe them is they were free spirits. They came and went as they pleased. They were always on the go, coming and going, coming and going. You never knew when they were coming or going. But it's like they weren't tied to any one place. So these people likely didn't own their own home. And purposely, they didn't want to own their own home. They wanted to travel. They wanted to just be who they wanted to be, go where they wanted to go, when they wanted to do it. They wanted to be free to do it. So they had the money to go back and forth, to travel the planet if they wanted to, and that's what they did. Now, some of them, because of the Nine of Cups, so that person, this is wish fulfillment, and that would be this person I just talked about. They were always making their dreams come true. That's what they were big on, okay? And they weren't out to hurt anybody else, but they lived their life for them. They fulfilled their own dreams and wishes. And sometimes I feel like that made them come across as they were very thoughtless or self-centered. And self-centered, yes, to a degree, as we all should be. Take care of yourself and put yourself first and do what it is you want to do. It's your life. And that's what they did. But it didn't feel so good for the loved ones that were positioned stationary in one place, because they never knew when they were going to see this person again. Now, this could be male or female again, okay? So this card also represents addiction, bad behaviors, not behaviors, habits, bad habits, addictions, obsessions. Now this could be drugs, alcohol, porn, addicted to love, addicted to people. So some of these loved ones could have been alcoholics, drug addicts. Some of them were obsessed with money, I'm hearing. It was all about the money for them. All about the money. Okay, so our next grouping of loved ones on the other side is another sword, and it's King of Swords. So this would be, again, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but it would be someone that was 40 to 50 and higher. The descriptive card that came with that one is the Seven of Pentacles. And I'm hearing, okay, just wait. I'm not seeing someone in particular, but I am hearing about someone in particular. They were tired of waiting. They just, it seemed their entire life was all about being patient and waiting, and they were just so tired of waiting. They waited for everything they ever wanted in life. It seemed to them they had to wait for it, and they did. They had to wait for everything. For others, these are people that worked really, really hard, and we're talking hard. These could be people from as far back as they were in their prime, at a point in time where I'm seeing them work a field with, you know, they've got a hold of that. I don't know what it was called, but they held it like this, and they had an ox that would pull ahead of them, and they were basically making a row in the dirt to plant seeds and everything at this point in time. This is what they're showing me. So I don't see a specific person, but I'm seeing a specific life of a person, okay? And it's back, I don't know what era that would even be. Kind of like Little House on the Prairie, if any of you know of that show. I could be aging myself here, but just olden days on a farm where the work was friggin' work. It was hard. And they worked literally their fingers to the bones for what they wanted for their living. And they lived a really good life. They were happy. They did what they wanted. They had food, they had shelter, they had the necessities, and they made time for fun. But they weren't flashy, okay? They had the necessities, they had the basics. And they worked goddamn hard for those, I'm hearing. But loved their life. They loved their life. They had no complaints. They were absolute sweethearts. I'm hearing that some of them never did see their dream come true or their goal come to fruition. They lived a pretty good life, but they had a dream, and it never came true for them. They waited and waited and waited. There's a lot of these ones that seem to have known what they wanted in life and tried to move toward it, but it just wasn't meant to be. And that's why they always felt like they were waiting, because whatever it was that they were wishing for or working towards, it wasn't meant to be. Okay, so now that we're done that, now keep in mind, okay, that this row here, situation, these two rows are not connected to the top row. If your guides are here, this could be you over here. You don't have to follow down here, okay? But once we get here, if you recognize your situation and it resonates with you, then this is where you go for your answers and your messages. But that being said, it doesn't mean you don't have another message over here somewhere. And you'll know because you'll hear something in the situation that resonates with you, or in one of these messages, you'll go, oh my God, my mom used to always say that, or that kind of thing. Okay, so you're not just limited to what's beneath your situation. All right? So, first situation. And I read out of the book for these cards because vice versa has two sides, okay? And the meanings of the cards in this deck are not like other decks. And like I said, these are new decks for me. This is a new format, and I want to give you guys all the right information and the good information that I can. So that looks like the Queen of Pentacles to me. So let's see. No, it's not. So who is it? Okay, Princess. I'm sorry, not Pentacles. That's why I've been doing too many readings here. Not Pentacles. I just said it again. Okay, so for some of you, the Queen of Pentacles is relevant here for whatever reason. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your energy coming into this. I'm not sure, but I keep hearing Queen of Pentacles. This is Queen of Cups. And this side of the card is your outer self. This is your inner self, okay? The dark side of you. So on the outer self, it says, Jade is a gem of the heart. Its qualities are peace, wisdom, and love. This queen is supported and sheltered by these qualities. She arranges her life in such a way that she can love freely and be loved in return. This is a woman who prioritizes a long and happy marriage or partnership where she can bear her soul in perfect trust. Her chalice or cup is different in form than any of the other chalices we've seen. Rather than a drinking cup or offering cup, hers is a vessel for scrying. Her psychic gifts feed her spirit. It's the one thing she does just for herself. Okay, so this is someone that is very psychic. She enjoys the spiritual side of things and likely does things I don't know how to put this. Whoever you are in this situation, you are very intuitional, you're spiritual, you're drawn to that side of life. You possibly have seen future things. You get premonitions. You're unsure. This situation here, I'm hearing whoever this is for, those of you that this is for, you're still not sure about your ability. This is, or which direction to go with it, okay? Hopefully you will have your answer under there or here. That's about all I can do with that one. So this one here, this situation, again, two sides. This would be dark side. Now, I'm assuming this is a chalice of cups. Or, oh my God, my head, I'm telling you, this drains me. Doing these readings literally does drain my brain. Knave of Cups is what I wanted to say. I can get to it. Yes, it is. Knave of Cups. Now, this is your inner self, okay? It says this person's inner self and outer self are pretty much one and the same at this stage. The inner self is just a bit darker. He keeps his moodiness to himself and the more tender emotions that may be too vulnerable to the roughness of the world. The turtle offers a clue as to why. Sea turtles are old souls that have been swimming the dark waters for many lifetimes. When it feels threatened, it withdraws into its shell. For this person, it feels safer to stay in the shell. Over time, he may learn that gentleness doesn't mean weakness. Okay, so what I'm getting from that is this is in this situation, some of you are holding back. Some of you are not standing in your true authentic self or in your full power. And that's kind of a general feeling I'm getting off that part too. You might not be the intuitive individual, but you are. But you are not, you're fearing putting yourself out there. And that could be kind of an age thing, because knaves are like the pages in regular decks. So that's kids. That's up to about age 20 if, okay? So it could just be that you need to, you'll get answers, but it could just be that you have a real need to hold back. Okay, for the next situation, we have the Tower card. So for these people in this situation, I will read that too, but you are already in the Tower position. It's already happened, and you feel like the world's been turned upside down, like there's no saving whatever's gone wrong. So let's see what it says. Okay, we've seen the broken mask before, behind the gallows of the hanged man, and here are the sphinxes from the chariot. How did they get to the tower, set in the middle of its lonely sea? Okay, so this is, I'm sorry, where is it? One side of the tower, this is the other side. This side's bad. But this side, okay? So that's the side I'm reading. But if you notice the sphinxes that they're talking about at the bottom, they've come from the chariot card into the tower card, okay? Anyways, it says, how did they get to the tower, set in the middle of its lonely sea? Look back over the events and choices that have led you to your present situation. Did you listen to your own inner guidance, or did you thunder along the wrong road, oblivious to your destination? There's nothing for you here, but you can learn from your errors. So that's almost an answer to your situation, but we'll Still check the answer, obviously. Okay, for this situation, this looks like the King of Pentacles to me. Other side. Okay, so let's go find the King of Pentacles. Okay, now that side is inner self, and it says, his castle is in the distance across the rolling hills. Though there isn't much to learn from his inner self, we can learn a bit about his marriage. The Queen of Pentacles on her battered throne and her exhaustion from always caring for others before herself is a vivid contrast with the King's shiny throne, his abundance of food, and above all, his distance from the castle. He knows how to replenish and maintain his own well-being so he can keep taking care of others in good health and good spirits. Now, as a situation, the Pentacles people mostly are about what the book said. The female is, the queen is. It's about doing for others. So the Pentacle people tend to have issues with giving. Give. And you don't know how to receive. So you develop an imbalance in your life in the reciprocity area. And you need to have a balance everywhere in your life. There needs to be reciprocity. And for those of you that do give a lot, it's not going to be easy to learn to receive. And when I say receive, I mean when someone gives you something, you don't immediately feel like you need to give something in return. It does balance itself out, you know. Allow people to give to you without giving back, because that's giving something to them. Just in the receiving of their gift, that gives something to them. You know, it allows them to do something for you, and it gives them a good feeling. So when you